When F-Zero Climax released in 2004, that was the last time that fans of the F-Zero franchise saw a game release, and since that time it has been nearly 2 decades of waiting for a new game in the beloved franchise. Cameo appearances in other game franchises were all the morsels that the loyal fans were able to get, and thus begged the question, is the F-Zero franchise destined to fall into obscurity like other Nintendo franchises? But finally, after so many years, fans of the series have a new game to play. But is it what they were expecting, or is this a case of Nintendo giving fans another Metroid Federation Force? F-Zero 99 is a battle royale game with players racing through 4 laps in a course, aiming to finish first in the race while surviving at the same time. While at first the concept of F-Zero's multiplayer being turned into a battle royale may sound strange, it is not much different from another mode introduced in F-Zero X, Death Race, where you would go through so many races while surviving, the only difference being instead of 29 other players, you're now competing with 98 other players. When the race begins, players start in a wide area separate from where the main track is in order to jockey for position before engaging in the main track. Once players hit the main track, their energy can also be used to boost. However, once all your energy is drained, any small hit and you will be eliminated. F-Zero 99's twist on the Battle Royale incorporates a lot more skill and technique than one would expect from a typical Battle Royale game. Balancing the survivor aspect while trying to pace oneself in a race adds a lot of depth to the gameplay. Players can collect yellow orbs called Sparse. Once enough of those have been collected, players can gain access to the Skyway, a racetrack above the regular course where players' speed is boosted without the sacrifice of energy. Players can also KO each other by either bumping into each other or spin attacking one another. Knocking out a CPU bystander or other player will restore energy for boosting, but it also increases your bar, which allows for more boosting. There are 4 possible vehicles for players to choose from, each with its own strengths and weaknesses, so choose the vehicle that best suits your driving needs. There are a total of 6 modes in F-Zero 99. Grand Prix, 99, Mini Prix, Master Course, Team Battle, and Practice. The 99 mode is the standard Battle Royale mode that is readily available alongside Practice mode. The other 4 modes are in a timed rotation, which is a shame because the Grand Prix and Mini Prix mode is what really differentiates F-Zero 99. Grand Prix mode incorporates 5 races in total. Each race has a minimum placement you have to finish at or above, or else you are eliminated. After each race, you are assigned a point total, and you carry that point total onto the next race. Not only that, but any increase to your energy bar that you acquire will carry over to the next race. It is an intense mode that pushes your skills in the game to the absolute limit. Mini Prix mode is like Grand Prix, but instead of 5 races, you have 3. The graphics of F-Zero 99 are good. It perfectly captures the feel and look of the SNES original while cleaning up the look for a more modern appearance. The music doesn't offer any new remixes, but rather more cleaned up versions of the SNES soundtrack, and they still hold up to this day, Big Blue and White Land being my personal major standouts. The biggest fault of F-Zero 99 has to be its limited selection in not just modes, but racers and race tracks. While understanding that they wanted to keep true to the SNES F-Zero, it's a bit of a letdown only choosing from the original 4, especially since there have been so many unique characters introduced in the series. The track selection is sparse, and you can only unlock other courses by either completing them in the hard course mode or reaching it in the final of a Grand Prix. And with the timed rotation, there's no guarantee you'll be able to play those modes when you even log in. F-Zero 99 may not be the new F-Zero game that fans of the series have wanted, but it is a fantastic entry in the series that offers a unique spin on the Battle Royale mode. Its high-intensity races with fast-paced and skillful decision-making will make the difference between winning and losing, and it makes the long wait for a new franchise worth it. While the limited options at launch are a bit of a letdown, with Nintendo announcing that more courses will be added in October and November, F-Zero 99 is still an absolute addiction. One race will turn to 5, and before you know it, you see that Grand Prix is running and figure, what harm could 5 more do? F-Zero 99, simply put, is a blast to play.